So kind of a quick little walkthrough on a project similar as this, installing windows and accuracy. So we installed these windows yesterday with the guidance of my Spectra laser. And to kind of walk you through here, that laser shoots all the way around. Whether it's perfectly level or not isn't really the factor. It's that everything is in a straight line. So if you look at this laser, you can't really see it obviously, but that laser shoots all the way around and gives us a reference point. We use that to help get our height on our windows consistent. So all the way around, we are within a half of an inch to 7/16. Get my tape pulled out here. Off the top of that window. You can't see it today, it's really bright, so it's hard to see here. We get moved over. I don't know why it keeps changing on me, but you can kind of see it, somewhat see my laser there. But yesterday we were able to use that laser to keep our height consistent on our windows, so that when the woodwork goes, they're 1x4s going around as casing, goes around these doors, or this door to these windows, is that they should be so close to the same elevation that nobody will tell the difference. Same as getting our spacing from one window to the next, that it is consistent from here to here on every single window. Okay, so even though a normal person might not see that, somebody else comes in and sees that, they're gonna be like, holy cow, look how perfect or almost perfect that is. I had to really look to see the imperfections. Okay, so that's number one. Yes, you gotta get them plumb and level, but you also need to try to keep them on the same plane. Then you can plumb and level, which also helps on your outside, getting siding to go in between both of those pieces, or both of those windows. Getting siding underneath those windows makes my job cutting the siding and installing the siding that much easier, which also makes a straight line, especially with a 5-inch Dutch lap, makes a nice straight line all the way around the perimeter. So you get that started, you get it all plumbed, leveled, nailed into place. You can go back and fine tune things by shimming in the right locations. This install called for top and bottom, left and right, and at where the mullion goes. That's all that required on this installation. Is really in the middle, it's all going to be foam, so in the middle it doesn't really need it, unless the window's got a bow in it, it doesn't really need it. So you get all that set before you nail the outside. I have a nail top and bottom, left and right on each window. 4 nails are holding these windows in place. Okay? I will not nail them until my window is set, shimmed exactly where I want, because if you nail this window without shims in it, how do you get it straightened back up? How do you fix imperfections? Okay, so I already mentioned saving my time on the outside, but now I gotta save my time on the inside. How do I do that? Well, when I'm shimming these windows, we all know we've got to put an extension jamb in here. After drywall goes in, it gets an extension jamb. Well, to make my life easier, so I'm not ripping this from 3 inches to 2 7/8 of an inch because we nailed the window in too deep, I make a little block, just really simple, same measurement, that I can go around and check every single window that it is spaced the same. Pretty consistent. It's not going to be 100% because this board might be 5 3/8. This one might be 5 7/16, 5 1/2, 5 9/16. You all know the variances. You just have to figure out how to make up for that. So every single window when I go around is going to be the same. Okay. Well, you also have to remember this is the material that I'm going to be using, right? 1x. So getting my spacing around all the windows is going to be the same. It means my reveal is going to be the same all the way around. So when my casing comes around, it's going to be the same reveal, the same height, the same elevation, the same everything, all the way around. Consistency. So once this is done on the inside, I get them all shimmed, everything looking the way I want it to be. Then I will go outside, and I'll make another video on that. And then I will go outside and nail my window. Now my window cannot move. It is 100% exactly where I want it to be. No different than the door, obviously. But it'll be exactly where I want it to be, making my life as far as hanging drywall, extension jamb, casing, insulating, everything that much easier. construction is not about speed, it's about quality. You can be fast, but that doesn't mean you're going to be good. There's a difference. And if all you're worried about is speed, well, you wouldn't last in my world. Because guys that are just worried about speed, I don't keep around. You got to do quality. Slow is fast, or fast is smooth, smooth is fast, you know, whatever that saying goes. So those are little things to kind of keep in mind to make your job turn out better quality than what some other guys might do, because they're just worried about the dollar sign at the end of the job. This is not about dollar signs, it's about making the customer happier than what they wanted to be. Expectations are met and exceeded. That's the goal. It doesn't always happen, but it's close. So little bitty things to kind of keep in mind. But yeah, I'm like down to one window left to get shimmed. Finishing this one up now. Just got to cut the shims off, get this one shimmed. We basically just had the bottom of the window shimmed up yesterday to get our elevation right. Using level on the outside to make sure that we're actually straight on the outside. The laser is not 100%. That's what a level helps. You use both of those combined, your product ought to turn out pretty good at the end. But I just got to finish shimming this window. I'll go outside and nail everything off, tape everything off. Then once that's done, then I can come inside and foam everything. And the foam and the nails and the shims will pretty well guarantee that window is never going to shift. So stay tuned.